I don't specifically like zoos since I went to the safari, because seeing the animals free in the wild, and when you see them all caged up and they're, going around in circles, and when people say, oh, the animals are dangerous because, they'll attack you. Well, the reason why they're going to attack you is because they're in a confined space, and they're in a confined space for such a long time that, of course, they're going to try and break out. If you stick a human being in a prison, they're going to try and break out, aren't they? So, but when I went to the safari for the first time, we went near like the lions and the rhinos. They never touched you. I mean, they knew you were on their territory, but because they were free, they're not dangerous animals. I mean, what is your take on zoos then, now that you've done so much wildlife?
I'm definitely not a big fan of zoos. I can't remember visiting one in the past 20 or maybe even 30 years. I'm pretty much against, especially for big animals. This said, I don't really know what would be my opinion on aquariums and those places where you have tiny animals that in the wild have a very small territory. Whether it's okay or not, I'm not very sure about how I feel about it. But I definitely don't like to see an elephant or an orca or a gorilla confined in the zoo. This is a big no for me.
Someone will always say, well, I can't go to Africa. I don't have the money to go to Africa, or I just can't afford it. Well, affordability is the reason why zoos are great for this sort of stuff.
I don't really buy into the conservation role of zoos. That might very well be scientifically studied, but I don't think it's any positive to maintain life in confinement because humans are destroying it. So basically, the reason why you would want to protect rhinos or elephants is because you have poachers. And I don't think the solution is to keep elephants or rhino behind bars. It's rather, I would rather getting rid of poaching. So I don't really want to see zoos as a solution to a problem that should be solved differently. Regarding the point you made of affordability, it's obvious. People without means can't have access to wildlife, can't have access to a lot of amazing experience, going to the ocean or diving or traveling or all of this. But it doesn't mean that any other being or animal should suffer to compensate for this economical inequality.